The concept of being alone is paramount according to existential philosophy. This centers around each individual's understanding that our entrance into the world is individual-based, and so will our exit be. Likewise, our sojourn here on earth. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Nothing can bring you peace but yourself." Quite true, and this expresses the power that lies in embracing our solitude. As much as we would like to try being alone, we are faced daily with distractions that make it impossible. Furthermore, in the 21st century, it is nearly impossible to have personal solitary time because we are surrounded by social activities everywhere we go. With the increasing population, our streets are getting busier, workplaces are filling up, and even schools are not left out in these never-ending social activities that are constantly trying to tear down our efforts to attain solitude. This begs the question of how antisocial individuals are coping with this new reality. The ideology of being alone has become a topic of discussion because of the various views that people express on the subject matter. There are several reasons why people decide to embrace their solitude, which can be either positively or negatively attributed. Stay tuned to know how being alone makes you powerful and how you can achieve it. This concept might seem unattainable to some who are not used to it, but I assure you that it is not one to be ruled out, just as Ellen Burstyn said. What a lovely surprise to finally discover how unlonely being alone can be. Before you can learn how to be alone, it is important to understand the reasons why you should learn to be alone. The best parts of nature are enjoyed when in solitude. If you are always engaged in activities that involve noise, and you have a desire to take some time away from the noise, then you have a good reason to be alone. Some people value good privacy. We have seen jobs that deprive one of privacy. A perfect example is the lifestyle of a celebrity. That is why most of the time, they go on vacation just to be alone with themselves and their family. You should learn to be alone to engage in personal activities. People can be so selfish. Sometimes they don't care about what others feel, but what they feel, and some people have taken it upon themselves to carry the burden of others. This group of people hardly has time to do things for themselves. Their normal activities are centered on helping people get their satisfaction without them getting their satisfaction. If you are currently in a situation of giving to others without a little thought of yourself, then you need to learn to be alone for your sanity in the long run. Getting in touch with yourself is another reason to seek out being alone. We lose ourselves sometimes in life. We don't know if the direction we once agreed to follow is the direction we are en route. We are confused about life and don't know what to do. This is probably the best time to be alone and connect with your emotions. Connect with yourself and re-strategize. There are several reasons to consider being alone. We should, however, draw the line on some unhealthy reasons people choose to be alone, which is not the best for them. When the reason you are planning to be alone is that you feel anxious when with people, then you are probably going to be alone for the wrong reason. Solitude won't make you feel less anxious and won't solve the problem. Also, if you think you are not loved enough, being alone is not best for you. Going into your closed door won't open doors for people to start loving you. Do not seek to be alone when you are depressed. This is dangerous. I know this is a deep topic, but the point is you will be wrong to notice you are feeling depressed and decide to be alone. Being alone during a depressive period will only make the situation worse and might lead to life-threatening situations. Kindly reach out to a counselor if this is the state you are in. However, seeking to be alone for positive reasons makes you powerful by giving you some benefits. Some people have experienced the benefits of being alone so much that they will never trade their solitude for anything else. No wonder Henry David Thoreau said, "I love to be alone. I never found the companion that was so companionable as solitude." Personal growth is mostly achieved during the solitude period. You will have the ability to learn the skills you want to learn or develop. Some of the great men have attributed their growth to when they went to solitude. If you want to build a skyscraper, the height of the building is determined by the foundation. What people see is the building. Meanwhile, the foundation is what determines the height. What people want to see about you is your success story. No one wants to know how you develop those skills, which is why being alone is needed for personal growth. Take personal growth as your foundation for success. One of the powers being alone gives you is self-acceptance. You will have time to think about yourself and reflect on things. This is a period you seek to forgive yourself for mistakes you've made and accept the current state you are in while deciding to do better with things to come. It is the period you accept things you are good at and things you need to get better with. This makes you a better version of yourself. So many of us have lost our real identity. This is because, in the current social world, almost everyone wants to be like another. And we don't know who is being real anymore. Being alone gives room to rediscover or find a personal identity. This makes us determine how we want to live our lives despite the loads of distractions that are flowing all over the world. There is nothing more beautiful than a man with an identity. It takes us above all the confusion given, most especially on social media. There is no manpower as a man of purpose. A man of purpose knows what he wants to do and how he will achieve it. They are not constrained by circumstances because their goals are designed in such a way that they can be achieved despite all obstacles. There is no better way to find purpose than being alone. Even though we can find purpose by listening to people, it will take personal time with ourselves to be able to set proper goals based on purpose. The power of autonomy. For us to be truly happy, we have to be happy with ourselves first. Being alone gives us the power to love ourselves first and makes us know how to love ourselves. This also makes us see that we do not need anybody's approval to be happy. We can be happy even without the acceptance of those around us. As long as we have that peace within ourselves, knowing we are doing the right thing for ourselves, then we don't need other people's approval to be happy. Your period of solitude also makes you see the need for people in life. You would have missed the ambience you get from people and also realize we get little or nothing done without the help of people, which makes us appreciate the people in our lives all the more. Attaining a state of self-power through being alone might not be achievable if we don't know how to get the solitude that births power. Here are the ways to achieve the alone time that makes you powerful. Knowing the reason why you want to be alone. Do not embark on a solitary journey without having an end goal in mind. Embarking on a solitary journey without knowing why will make an individual either remain the way they are or end up being worse than the way they started. This is true because loneliness would hit them hard in an unexpected way. Stay away from distractions. If you are interested in solitude, then it's time for you to stay away from distractions. Stay away from social media if you get easily distracted by it, and I'll advise you not to subscribe to the internet or any cable you have at home. If possible, drop your phone somewhere you won't access it for a while. You can keep it for emergencies, to focus on your current task. You need to understand that for beginners just starting, being in solitude is hard, and it will require unwavering focus to achieve it. Start a relaxing activity. This helps to calm your nerves and clear your mind. Some begin yoga or exercise, which helps in relaxing and clearing the mind. Swimming also does the same magic when it is done in solitude. Think and document as you progress. No one stays alone without thinking. This is the time we look for purpose and redefine ourselves to know if we are still on track. Reflect on life, and when you have the answer, document it to follow it. Learn. This might probably be the next time you finish that course you've been at for months. This might be when you learn how to write that code. This is the time for you to learn what you have been longing for to make you happy. Go after them and learn while you have the time. Maxwell Maltz stated, "If you make friends with yourself, you will never be alone." You are a powerful being, but most of those powers won't be shown to the world unless you dig deep to unearth the substances you have hidden deep within, through learning to be alone. To exist alone, you must be mentally strong. This video will help you become unbreakable. Click on the image. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.